Good evening, I'm Christine Devine.
And I'm Carlos Amesco. We start with a Fox alert. A fire continues to burn in Jurupa Valley in Riverside County, but winds have died down significantly.
Yeah, you know, when it's dark at night, it looks a lot worse than it is at this hour. This is how it looked this afternoon. It was really blazing and embers were flying everywhere. It sent residents running for their own hoses to try and keep the fire from spreading. It's burning in the Jurupa Valley. Where is that? North of the city of Riverside. Fire started late this afternoon in dry brush in the Santa Ana riverbed, then was carried by gusty winds into surrounding neighborhoods. Al Nipo live in Riverside on Grassy Trail Drive. Al?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Grassy Trail and Deerfield, and the homes right here actually back right up to that riverbed area. In fact, behind me, perhaps you can see part of that orange glow. That's because the fire is burning right there. The good news, though, is that these homes right here not immediately threatened. Now, earlier this evening, Sky Fox was above the area there in the riverbed, and well, wow, I tell you, that fire was really going. It was hard charging. All that vegetation that was there, plenty of it was just burning. The flames intense, some of those flames 30 feet high or more. Now, firefighters did a great job of actually containing that blaze to the riverbed, despite a few windy spells that actually carried embers into the neighborhood where residents watched and prayed. Fire raging in the Santa Ana River bottom, home to thick brush with plenty of fuel to burn, with flames at treetop level. The blaze began sweeping across a few acres, and residents could see it in the distance. Then it headed their way.
And it literally was coming right at us.
Wendy Staggs and a friend stood atop a home with a garden hose, prepared to fight.
I mean, the embers from the fire alone was one thing, but the smoke was so thick. I can't even describe it. It was just... I couldn't even breathe, but there were so many embers I had to just stay with the hose, and I was like covering my eyes because they would just hit you in the face.
Other residents took a stand, determined not to let their homes fall to the flames, even though fire snuck beneath the eaves of at least one home. The concern here, though, saving the horses. They did. One resident, though, wasn't too concerned.
I mean, it burned some of my palm trees, burned the fronds off of them and everything. I got a hill goes all the way down and back.
That's a little too close for comfort, I think, isn't it?
Well, if you trust the people that are supposed to handle it, no, I don't worry about it.
Sky Fox now live above that Santa Ana riverbed that is burning. The latest details that we have from the fire department, about 150 acres that have burned so far, only 20% contained at this point. One of the key factors here, though, no serious injuries, and we're told there was partial an outbuilding that was burned, but no homes actually have been destroyed or have fallen to those flames. Actually, how this began, that is still under investigation. Nothing definitive at this point. Firefighters, though, they're going to have a busy night ahead of them. The good news right now is that the winds are slight, so they don't have to really worry about a lot of that, and they'll be out here all night trying to keep that fire in check in the riverbed and get a greater handle on it till they have 100% containment. Reporting live from Riverside, I'm Al Nipo, Fox 11 News.
All right, Al, they're live. Let's just recap one more time what we know so far. The fire, approximately 150 acres. Fire is now 20% contained, so they're making some progress. Winds are calm. Pablo will tell us more about that in just a minute. No estimation, though, on full containment or control. And yes, there were some evacuations. So keeping a watch on that one.
All right. Speaking of the winds and the weather, looks like the smoke is now becoming a little bit less erratic as the winds have really died down. Pablo Pereira with the very latest on what's going on with the winds and our weather. Pablo.
All right, Carlos, thanks very much. We're going to show you some shots from just a little while earlier here. And unlike the live pictures you saw from Sky Fox where the smoke was heading straight up here, you can kind of see that wind coming from the northeast blowing the smoke to the southwest. So we call them sundowner winds. Just after sunset this evening, the winds picked up for a little bit. And we do have some wind advisories out in San Bernardino and Riverside County tonight through tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Very, very dry conditions out there as well. Here's the good news. Look, the wind almost non-existent. And when we reported this fire earlier this evening, we were talking about relative humidity at just 8%. As it does during the evening, the humidity levels are up to 30%, so that will help firefighters in their effort out there as well. But here's the problem. It's very, very dry out there, despite the couple of winter storms we had up in the mountains. In the foothills, the flatlands, we've seen almost no rain in the month of February, and we've got more hot temperatures coming. 57 currently downtown, 50 in the morning. And look at this, tomorrow afternoon, breezy conditions, and 86 degrees. So fire danger, yeah, it's high, it's winter, and we're going to come back and talk about that, and maybe some rain that could help this whole thing out when we see you in a few minutes. Back